What a beautiful day here at Evergreen State Fairgrounds, Evergreen Speedway. This is Type S Throwdown presented by AutoZone.
All right, we are back and it's practice day here in Seattle. We're going straight into it. Track is kind of similar like it's always been, but there's just a small change to the last zone, but it's for the better. Try some new setup stuff. It was good last year, but it could always be improved. So let's go out, see what we can do, and we'll take it from there. That was the first practice session. Started off well, just did a couple of laps to feel out the car and see how the track was. It was not much rubber here when we got here, so what we had to do was try it out for a couple of laps and then start to push hard. Yeah, still struggling a little bit in the chase on the run-up, like figure out the initiation, like really want to get rid of the clutch, the e-brake on the initiation for chasing, because I'm struggling of, like when I pull the e-brake in chase line, they gap me every single time. So we're trying to figure out the balance of that. The rest is kind of fine. Started when we pushed a little bit harder, started to have a slight understeer going into outer two, so trying to figure out that. Also, we kind of have a power steering pump failure. It still works when you're revving it up, but it's kind of sketchy if you have a paused moment where you're just trying to catch a car and the steering gets heavy. So just trying to sort that out. For now, we're just gonna swap the fluid and then see how it goes. If it still do its thing, we'll change the power steering pump after the next session. So we have a 30 minutes break right now, then we're gonna head right back out. Like I said, catching up. We need to push harder, that's for sure. Leads are pretty good. It's just finding out how much we should brake going down from the bank and be on the perfect line. But chase is where I'm struggle. The last half of the track is fine. It's just the proximity that's lacking on the bank. So we'll do our best. We'll watch some footage and videos and see where we come up short, and then we'll head back out right very soon. that's a wrap for today. We just watched seating bracket, and yeah, our practice was a little bit of a rush. We had to change power steering pump, and suddenly we had a brake failure, so we had to figure out that too. So that left us with like 20 minutes of practice, so we had to rush through, and there was a huge chase line, so we barely got in the last chase. But I don't think my headspace was in the right, my mindset wasn't in the right headspace or whatever. But so I did a chase on Connor, decent, but he was a lot faster, and I had anticipated going down from the bank, so it gapped me a little bit there, and I wasn't man enough to just do the initiation that I wanted to try. But it was better, it was okay, decent, but that's not enough to win this event tomorrow. So we will have to figure out something that we can come up with, but we still have some practice tomorrow. But at least the car is running good. We fixed the issues, so can't blame the car. It's only me and my head, but we'll get there. And eventually we have Jeff Jones tomorrow, and if we advance from that, we have James Dean. James is the machine, but what can I say, he can do mistakes him too, and I know I have it in me, so we'll just have to push hard and figure it out before that time. And then if we take out James, I think we can take out whoever. So we just have to push. We gotta use our practice more smart and figure it out, and from then it's party time. So let's see, but it's a wrap for today, and I'll see you back tomorrow.
Back-to-back podium, St. Louis.
Good morning. It's competition day, and the car is already out in lineup, and we are ready to go out there for warm-up. We watched some footage. We talked some about our practice yesterday, and today, like I told you guys yesterday, we need to step it up a little bit more. So our plan today is trying to get rid of the handbrake on initiation. I see that going three ways. It can go really good, it could be decent, and it could be catastrophic. So let's hope it's either decent or really good instead of catastrophic, because then we have a problem. But either way, we will do it, we will try, we will give it a shot, because we need the speed, and the e-brake is killing a lot of momentum on initiation, and we will be gapped in chase. We also want to try it for the lead, just to have a feeling of maybe it's a better thing instead of slowing down on our own pace in the lead as well. But that's the game plan. The rest of the track is fairly decent, so that's our biggest struggle, so that's what we're gonna work or put our focus into. But yeah, it's time to go and jump in the car, and then we'll catch back up.
What a beautiful day for some drifting. That's right, we're here at round 6 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship Type S Throwdown, presented by AutoZone. Brother. Here we are, taking a look at this. Simen, Olsen, Jeff Jones, and here are the stats from the last 3 seasons, 21-24. Look at that, 55%, 49, Simen Olsen, and the overall wins 4 and 2. So what a Mr. Olsen.
Yeah.
What a weapon. But again, I'll tell you what, Jeff Jones is due, baby. Jeff Jones wants this. He is, again, the Evo AutoWorks Nissan 370Z. Look at Simen Olsen going across the nose of that Z. Jeff has to back up, but then look, guess what? I'm right there, Mr. Norway, right on the side of his door into that big outside zone. Simen Olsen really great pot. Oh, buddy. So, big, interesting hiccup there by Simen Olsen, going way off course. We're gonna have to roll that back and see. Good execution, good aggression, but that really could hurt him. 3 wheels off is an incomplete. You gotta keep it where the rubber meets the road. Gonna give Jeff his flowers, metaphorically, because he has the power. He's right there. We saw him kind of give him the distance, and then on that bank, you saw him just looming in the shadows, and that was so well done. And him following Simen really kind of emulsified how big a mistake that was by Simen. So now Jeff Jones got the clean air out front of the EVA AutoWorks Nissan 370Z. Simen Olsen in tow. Look at him. Again, good execution, good proximity. Like to maybe see him mimic that angle a little bit more, and Jeff rock solid there in that second outside zone. Now into the third, through the power alley, comes past that inside clip, about the second hash mark, now into that last outside zone. Simen knows he really needs to apply that pressure, maybe force an error by Jeff, but Jeff, unflappable. Jeff Jones from Southern California. This is a big move. If Simen goes out here this early with James Dean advancing, that's a problem.
I'd like both of them to clean it up either way that this goes, and we'll see what the judges have to say.
Talking to our judges and Ryan Sage, president of Formula Drift, the judges wanted to analyze that first run and focusing on that, because here's Simen out front, who did go 2 off. Jeff might have gone 3, but I believe, but I think they're deducing that Jeff went 3 off because he kind of let him out there.
Okay.
Yeah, Olsen led Jones, exactly. So we're seeing that note there. Yeah, Simen went off and he kind of, hey, follow me. And
right.
He trust followed him, and he didn't catch him.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's so very unfortunate for Simen, obviously. And then Jeff Jones, like I said, he has to go where he goes. So I think it's, yep, this is exactly what I anticipated.
Wow.
Jeff Jones gets the win. Dr. Jones stepping up, taking out Simen Olsen, who's absolutely on a tear right now. Simen Olsen, you know, in the hunt for a championship, currently 5th in points.
Yeah, where do I start? Battle with Jeff Jones. My lead was great until it wasn't. We run, I started in lead. Wall run was very on the money, very good. And then when I was checking up with e-brake and was going back on throttle after downshift before going into outer 2, I catched a slight understeer, and that ended up me dipping 2 tires offline. Got back into it pretty decent and got the run done without any more or bigger mistakes. Switch it back, I go in chase. Of course, Jeff in lead. He did a very good job in lead. He was also a lot quicker than I expected to. On top of that, I got a little bit caught in the smoke when I was behind him on the bank, and I really didn't have the pace to like wheel him in proper. And also on the run up, I thought the car was bogging a little bit, so I had to clutch kick it 3 times before it actually got to the set angle that I wanted. So lost a little bit ground on him right there. Got a little bit lost in smoke again in hour 2. Made me transition a little bit too early, and I came up a little bit short on that, and he overall just did a way better job than I did. Yeah, of course, a bummer. Went back in the trailer, sat down, collected, watched the run, and I walked out, asked Freddie to pull the log and to see if it was me causing the bogging on the run-up in the chase on Jeff. Turns out someone, and that someone being me, forgot to turn the NITROUS on. That caused the bogging. I'm not gonna say that that's was the reason of losing the battle, because at the end of the day he did a better job than me, but that could explain the clutch kicks, of course, because I didn't have the power that I was used to, and that could also be the reason why I caught the understeer leaving the bank with not also having the power to kick the tires. And then what happened without NITROUS, it would just load up the car, and then it starts pushing the front. So it sucks. It's my fault and my mistake only. I should have pressed the button and activated NITROUS. So yeah, what can I say? Stupid mistake. Fortunately, tougher to this round. Not good enough, but it is what it is. And now it's tear down and then flying back home tomorrow. And then it's doing homework all the way up until Utah. So I'll catch you back up then. So see you next time.